if you remember before, I nearly reset the bloody game because I thought there was a problem with it. Right, let me have a look here. Let's get that out the way, please. The sun visor there. Let's get all the markers on. Instruments on. Tail lights, cab lights. Don't need that on at the minute. There's the sander, comes in handy, that, there's no shadow of a doubt. Rightio then, there's the master key, tucked away, master key on, reverser into engine only. We'll clear the throat. Really? Has the reverser buggered up on me? What the hell's going on here? Let me take that off. There we go, thank you. I must have just been in... yeah, it was throttle on. Whilst it wasn't in notch number 1, throttle was on basically. Pulling some bloody weight this at the minute. I can't remember how heavy Matt said each one of those oil cylinders weighed. There was something silly though. Vam's Game Collection, Tubbs, good afternoon mate. Yeah, I am the Royal Train, you better believe it, Lorne. I am the Royal Train. The Royal Oil Train. Yeah, Vam's Games Collection's been melted down into oil, so that's what we're pulling here. Hell of a bloody length that, isn't it, really? just had a yellow light then. Yellow signal, sorry. Is it the 45 I ended up picking this? See, then what you can do here is you can do it like that, you see. Well, Lorne, what's that configuration, mate? I'm trying to watch those amps at the minute. We're in the red on an uphill of 1.7%. The bloody weight is real here at the moment. Oh, yeah, another new TV, Tubbs. How come, mate? Oh, it's huge. It's huge, MK. Look at that. You can always reset the camera when you're trying to show somebody something as well. You see the back of it right down there where the marker is. But we like revving this up, MK. We like getting the accelerator hammered down. Ah, right, mate. Well, this one that I've got, Tubbs, that I got in October, I absolutely love it, mate. It's a stunning TV. Absolutely brilliant. Which model did you actually go for, Tubbs? Ah, you see, it is long. It is, mate. It's called the FU code. Oh yeah, it does AC. It does, mate. As you can appreciate, I'm trying to be careful here with these revs at the minute. Coming out of Manchester here. Give you another idea just how long the train is there. 2 engines, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18 carriages on it as well. Of oil. Each one weighing several tons. Go on, you can do it. Van, thanks for the horse, mate. Ah, nice, Tubbs. Really nice, mate. I'm glad it's made the difference. Top centre for freight, Lon. Just that one there then, mate. I'm going to have to Google that and have a look at these codes. It's cool how you can do it though. Top and bottom centre, right, so let's get that done then, mate. Let's get that done, shall we? There you go, Lon. Is that alright? Is that alright, mate? There it is, AC. We like the smoke. That is fully open now, and we're just about climbing here. So like I was saying, the distance is point to point, it's not track miles. So we'll see what it says when we're actually finished. Train Sim World, they're doing its photorealistic looking thing again. Really, really nice. Did you get that through Tubbs? Yeah, Lorne says that them two now means that I'm pulling freight, you see, Tintin. Apparently when I had them all open I was saying I was a royal carriage. I said, well, no, we're oil. No, we're not royal. So I don't know if you remember not Tubbs, that's the model that I got last year. That's my TV that I'm gaming on and I watch all my films on. So that's what I'm looking at Train Sim World on at the minute. The KD55XF 9005. Your Math, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're well. Well, to be honest with you, or is it Your Matt? Sorry, is it Your Matt or Your Matt or Your Math? Yeah, I did, Vam. I've ordered one, mate. No, I've not. I've watched the video on it that Gemma posted on Discord. Yeah, it runs absolutely fine on the PS4, this, Your Matt. Basically, it's on the PS4 Pro, this, that I'm playing it as well. And it runs really, really nice. It's always being optimised as well, you see. But I believe there's not really much difference, if anything at all, between Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro version. But it runs really, really nice. Are we okay with Your Matt then? Is that okay? That's easier than you explaining it, I think. Google diskhead codes. Right, okay, Lon. Greetings from the northwest of England anyway, Your Matt. And I hope the weather has cooled down a little bit for you over there. Just seeing if I could hold that on the loco brake. We can do. Get ready for this, AC. I don't know if it'll blow the cobwebs off like it has done before. Oh, there you go. Well, to be honest with you, Tubbs, I just know that before I got this TV, I'd read a load of reviews on it. I say a load, I think there was like the What Hi-Fi, there was like a Witch review or something like that, and AV forums. I'd done a load of reading on it and everybody were hyping it up, and what I've seen thus far with films and games, it's absolutely bob on. It really is. Yeah, okay, Van, take it easy, and I'll speak to you in a bit, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Your Matt, this is in the sale though at the moment on PlayStation Network. Now, you could pick up the base game, which comes with obviously the default trains and the default routes. Look at the sun there, guys, shining on the bloody rail. Look at that. Bottom of the screen though. That's awesome. And then you could wait until the 15th of August. The game's getting an update, and some of the routes, the add-on routes, are going to be discounted. So you could have a good play around with it up until the 15th of August, and then get some of the extra routes if you fancied them, basically. I'll tell you what I like, Johnny, about that truck driver that I've seen is how you can build your reputation up with the different characters running the different companies, and then they give you like specialist jobs to do. Looks like there's a wide variety in some of the freight you've got to move around and stuff. Well, if you're after something completely different, your Matt, this is a game that's completely different than most other things that are available on the PS4 at the moment, as is the likes of Spin Tyre's Mudrunner as well, or just Mudrunner as some people like to call it. That's a nice game too. And thank you for the follow, very much appreciated. Thank you very much. We've got Ethel with us at the moment. She's looking pretty well there. How you doing, Ethel? Do me a favour, will you, Flower, and get the kettle on? And don't look at me like that. Every time something buggers up, I have to get out this bloody train and fix stuff. You just sit there. No sugar. And a biscuit, please. Pathfinder, how you doing? Hope you're well. Edwin, good day, buddy. Hope you're well, matey. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to get it anyway, Johnny. So if you're unsure about it, why don't you hang fire? And then we'll see what we make of it. I've actually got a key requesting on Keymailer for it as well. So you never know, I might end up getting a key for it too. Where, you know, I can just download it and have a look at it then. What are we on here? 75 mile an hour speed limit. We're not even going to get up to bloody 50 at this rate. Once we get over Woodhead and we start coming down the hill, that'll be a different matter, you see. We'll have to be on the brakes then. Friday work is done, you can't complain. Jeez, it's 2:30 already. Nice header in. Ah, no worries, Pathfinder, no worries. I've just not done any evening streams this week with the hot weather and everything. But I've got the stream going this afternoon and I'll be doing one tonight as well. TransPennine isn't on sale, Tubbs. Wait until the 15th of August, buddy. Well, she'll be right in a lockdown there, Lorne, I think. Yeah, no worries, Warrior Lad. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the follow again, mate. Look after yourself and catch up with you again soon, I hope. The other good thing about doing the freight as well, it's easy to have your drink and a biscuit when you're sat here. Yeah, hell of a length, this thing. Oh, another train there. I don't think we need the heating on today, do we, Ethel? I don't think so. I'll tell you what, guys, if you were driving this in real life... Oh shit, 15-mile-an-hour speed limit coming up. If you were driving this in real life and you pop the window open on a day like this, it'd be nice. No way you want to be applying full brake here. Hey Flywheel, how you doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, Tintin's answered that for you, Flywheel. To be honest with you, Flywheel, on about the flight simulator stuff and that, oh shit. The last flight simulator game that I played was, I had a few on the Commodore Amiga 500 back in the day, and one of them was B-17 Flying Fortress, and you could take off from the UK and fly across the channel on a run in real time. But if I remember rightly, what you could do is you could push T on the keypad, on the keyboard, sorry, to skip forward a predetermined amount of time, like I think it was 15 minutes, or you could configure it so it was half an hour. But within that time frame jump, if you were intercepted by enemy planes and needed to defend the plane, it would stop you at that point, and then you could get involved in the dogfight. So if you wanted to do the skips quickly to get the mission done and out of there, and get back home and land sort of style, you know, you could do it that way. But me and my dad, God, I remember me and my dad playing that in the middle of bloody winter. It were freezing in my bedroom and my mum and dad's, and we sat there with a brew and some biscuits, and we're piloting this B-17 over at Channel in real time. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, there you go. B-17 Flying Fortress. Superb. I mean, very slow and very clunky by today's standards, but I had that, and I think it was F-29 Retaliator, and was the one called, was it F-14 Interceptor, which was based over San Francisco Bay or something. I seem to remember flying under Golden Gate Bridge on it. A bit of wheel slippage there again. That accelerometer just dipped right to the left hand side again. Yeah, bloody hell, Lorne. I've still got it, believe it or not. It's in loft with other Amiga 500 games. Watch this, tech will come in now and say, is it night? Is it dark? Bomber Crew, I've got that on my PS4 as well, Tubbs. Bomber Crew is a lot of fun. It really is. Yeah, we have Venrith, who plays X-Plane as well, Flywheel. Venrith follows this channel and streams himself as well. He's only just got it. I'm looking forward to Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to the Xbox One X next year. Can't wait to get my hands on that. I need some DC-3 action, you see. I hope we have access to the Dakota. Ah, right, Flywheel. Yeah, I have seen something to do with a flight simulator on the website, to be honest. Two-point hospital, Tubbs. I think Benrith had mentioned that, and I was saying to him I didn't mind watching him on it, but I don't think it's something I'm necessarily bothered about myself. We've got the cooling towers coming up in the distance here. I always remember, Lorne, the artwork on the box for B-17 Flying Fortress. I think it was taken from an IBM machine, it said on the box, and I always remember it looking better than what you were seeing on the Commodore Amiga. There were like some internal crew shots and stuff like that. I think they were static images, to be honest with you, but they were missing from the Amiga version, from what I could see anyway. But overall, the Amiga version, like I say, it's like this. We're travelling out towards Leeds at the moment, obviously going to Mirfield there, and it's all in real time, and that was a big thing for me back then, was we were playing this game where you're flying in real time, you know, for trying to get across the channel. It's just completely different than anything else I was playing at the time. You know, I was playing bloody Cannon Fodder, Xenon 2, Indianapolis 500, I was playing that, Stunt Car Racer as well, and then we got the B-17 game. Now, admittedly, my first copy of B17 was a bootleg copy that a friend gave me, and I liked it so much, and there was so much to it, and I wanted the instructions in the box, that I think I went and bought it. My dad actually gave me some money towards it. I'd bought it for about 22 quid from a local game shop, and when I brought it home and showed my dad what I got, I think he gave me 10 or 15 pounds towards it, because he was interested in playing it as well. And of course we had the manual with it and everything, then we could see what we were doing, you see. Yeah, that was another one. It is, God, I always get mixed up here. I think it's Silent Service 2 that I've got, Lon, that I used to play. Let me just Google it. What are we doing here? 6 minutes. We're alright. Silent Service 2. Yeah, it is. It's Silent Service 2 I used to play on the Amiga. Now, I'd only just hooked up my Amiga to a stereo amplifier when I got that game. And when you were going down at depth and the bulkheads and everything started creaking, it sounded absolutely superb. I remember that at the time. So good. Look at this, we've got the foot right down again, and we just can't do anything at the minute with all this weight that we're pulling. Why does that just say outside? Is it? Yeah, it's outside right, and it'll be outside left as well. Pretty cool, really. You think you'd have put the window down for you there. There you go, we don't feel decapitated now. Yeah, even then, Lorne, it still gets a bit dicey on the downhill with this, mate. When we've run from Leeds to Manchester on this, I start sweating on that downhill a little bit. Tell you, Lorne, I like that in Mudrunner, when you look left from the internal view and you pop your head out the window and you can look down at the wheel, you know, or take a glance back behind you, sort of thing. Reversing up with that camera angle is brilliant. What's Rail Driver Pathfinder? Is that the control system? Is that all the levers and the buttons and everything? Ah, yeah, I thought it might be. I think it might have been Ben who mentioned that ages ago, or Citrus. Yeah, it'd be nice to have space to have that kind of set out. I don't mind it on the controller, you know, and using the pointer, pushing the buttons like the sand and everything, Pathfinder, you know, I like doing all that kind of stuff. But to have a console out in front of you, with all the switches on and lights and stuff like that, and a coffee cup holder, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Ah, really? Climbing all the way, this. You bring that class 47 out on a run like this, you know about it. got even less power than this bloody thing, pulling this kind of stuff. Not that this thing's not got any power, like, you know. I make it sound feeble. Oh, hey Pathfinder, are you, do you use Discord? Are you on my Discord channel? If you are, forgive me mate, it's just I lose track of who's where and when, if you know what I mean. Yeah, hang on a minute mate, let me... There's the link. Join the Discord page by all means, and if you want to post some photographs of your setup, go into the projects and hobbies section and feel free to upload as many pictures as you want there. Pathfinder, hang on a minute, before you do that though, where are you? Let's have a look. Let's have a see. There you are. Right click, follower. Right, now I've allocated you as a follower. You should be able to post stuff on there now, mate. So feel free to post pictures of your setup. Be interesting to see. Yeah, no worries. As and when, mate. Welcome to Discord as well. Puppies and all. Only in the personal messages there, Pathfinder. What internet, Jacob? I'm with BT, British Telecom. I have a 75 megabyte download and a 20 megabyte upload with them at the moment on the old fibre optic stuff. They keep trying to get me to sign up to the new one, which is another £3 a month. But I said to the wife, we don't need it basically. Because like I've said before, I can be streaming upstairs here and have the stream coming down on my laptop at 1080p. And the wife can be downstairs watching Netflix or Amazon, you know, HD or whatever, and it's fine. Right, 45 mile an hour speed limit coming up here in 1.7 miles. As you can see, I've not even got up to the 60 mile an hour speed limit at the moment. Still got 16 miles to do here. Jesus. Like I say, if you look at the map, it's saying 16 miles. It's drawing a straight line from where I am up to the marker. So it's not taking into account all this snaking over the moors here and everything. It's not taking that into account. So it's probably more like 17 miles that we've got to do yet. Let's have a look, where are we? 0.6 on the climb. We're on the green signals at the moment. There you go, Johnny, you have to give them some support. Yeah, like I said though, Johnny, if for whatever reason you weren't sure, I'll stream it anywhere. Well, it is AC. One of them took me, was it an hour and 45 minutes to complete once? Yeah, we're not going to be at 45 mile an hour in less than a mile here. Getting the canal at the side. There it is. Got the window down at the moment, letting in a bit of air, you see. Do that on the other side too. Who's that with, Tubbs? That's good, isn't it? Ah, nice Pathfinder. I'll have a look at that in a bit. I'll have a look later on when I'm having some food. Stuff like that, Pathfinder, rather than having a look at it now on the live stream, I like having a look later on when I'm having something to eat, you see. Catching up on posts and stuff. But I can't wait till I have a quick glance, mate. Projects and hobbies, there we go. Oh, look at that! Yeah, I think that's like what Citrus had, and he sold it. I think he said it was his uncle's, and I think his uncle passed away. I'd have to ask him. And that's my live stream you've got going on the screen there as well, is it? Brilliant. That's awesome. Damn, I won't mind something like that for this. There's a Train Sim World announcement today at 2020, Tintin. Sorry, at 4 o'clock. 2020, what a prick. Oh my god. It's the heat. It's the heat. BT Mobile, nice Tubbs. Yeah, they've been trying to get me onto BT Mobile. I'm with all2. That's great, that though, Pathfinder. I like those pictures, buddy. I'll have a zoom in look at those later on as well. Tintin, have you got a link for the Train Sim World Discord? Oh no, hang on Tintin, let me just, let me permit you, mate. Oh yeah, go on then, do it, post it on my Discord please, pal. Thanks Tintin. Alright, so they were puppies then, Pathfinder. Very cute. Very cute. Brody, my cat, is in here with me at the moment. He's, yeah, I'm talking about you, mate. As soon as I mentioned his name, then he opened his eyes and cocked his head up looking at me. He's lay here on the floor at the moment with his paws, his legs akimbo, trying to cool down a little bit. He's in front of the fan. Chilling out. Now then, we need to be worrying about the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. So, Tintin, I wonder what the announcement is, mate. It's going to be the new route, isn't it? It's going to be the new route, unless it's more details on the actual updates. I know that I think they were badgering poor bloody Dimitri on the forums there for some updates. Try and not overdo this with the brakes. I'd like to be at 42 very soon, please. There we go. Alright, Tintin, thanks. It is nearly... I'm going to finish this run first, all on. Ah, nice, Tintin. I'll see what that is then later on. Fall asleep while playing Red Dead. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and simulator-wise, Pathfinder, it's really this farming simulator and Mudrunner that I've really got my teeth into, simulator-wise, in recent times. Kerbal Space Program as well. Oh, by the way, Lon, an update dropped today on my PS4 when I fired it up. 1.07. We're on the downhill here now. %% local brake isn't holding that either. So one first application there. I might have taken a notch or two up. Oh, my cat, Jacob, he's a little fighter. He's not as bad as he used to be, but he used to really bite my arm and scratch. I used to kind of instigate it a little bit with him and have a fight with him on the rug, you see. But he's simmered out quite a lot now. He's a bit more chilled. Mudrunner's awesome. Really is. Yeah, Kerbal Space Program, Lord. 1.07. It says there's some memory leak issues been fixed on the patch notes and other bits. UI stuff has been updated, it says. So I'll see. See what's what. mph speed limit coming up very, very soon. That brake's on full belt at the minute, it's only just slowing us down. Yeah, they seem to be, don't they, Lon, from what you've said before. No, my cat has he's not bit me properly, just kind of nipping me. So I bit him back. Jacob, I bit him back on his belly. He's lay here now, absolutely panned out. Come on. £15 mph speed limit coming up now. And a yellow light. Shit. Not emergency, no. I wish they'd take the emergency brake off the actual brake button itself there. I know that sounds daft, but they've got it down on the D-pad as an emergency button anyway. Oh, look at that, the timing there. Huddersfield this. Oh, the old wheel slip kicking in. Right, hang on a minute, we'll let that come to a standstill then. Has that just buggered me up now? Doing that. Driver. Let's have a look here. Okay, Lon, take it easy, mate. Oh, it does, Pathfinder, it looks absolutely brilliant. It really does. The sand has saved us. Jesus. That has got me out the crap a few times now, that. If you're on about the points Pathfinder, there's certain, when you're on a straight run like this for example, then everything's sorted for you. But if you're doing a job that involves just moving freight around and loading up and bringing freight back and stuff, you have to mess around with the points then. Now there's one or two ways you can do that. You can actually, well there's three ways of doing it. You can do it from the map, or you can do it by the external camera, or you can manually get out of the to the train and pull the lever yourself, you see. It's entirely up to you. Yeah, the sander there helping us out. Run 8. I'm not familiar with that Pathfinder, to be honest. Yeah, if you see the map here where I am at the minute, you see them arrows there, so you can switch it like that, you see. Or like I say, you can use the external camera to fly down to the side of the track, pull the lever. And then, you know, for the proper sim side of things, you can get out and walk it. Squid, you're so fat. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Run 8 is the most realistic train sim on the planet. I'll have to have a look at that. %, of the US and freight base. Now, I do like the freight on this. No worries, Pathfinder, I'll have a look at that later. Venrith was streaming one called Derail Valley recently, which was quite nice as well. You know, a bit more of a fun kind of train game than anything else, but certainly strikes a balance between realism and bloody comedy value, you know, but basically a nice looking game. If you put something up this afternoon, Squid, then no, not yet, mate. If it's the link to your Syndicate video, I've watched a little bit of that this morning. That's it, is it? Alright, mate. Yeah, I've got it on my watch later stuff on YouTube, Squid, as well. Now this reduction to 50 mile an hour here, I know we're doing 50 now, but I'm going to be quite cautious here. Because we're getting quite close to the destination, it might try and bite us in the arse with a reduction to say 30 mile an hour in half a mile after that. can link it if you want, Squid. Is it another game? More gameplay? Put it in Discord if you want, mate. That's what it's there for. I think I've been quite wise here bringing this down a little bit further. Find out in a minute. Yeah, get it on Discord, Squid. It's there then, mate. Might do a run on Long Island next, guys. Passenger run on Long Island. That's the latest DLC that I got in the sale a few weeks ago. 50, then up to 80. I don't trust it. I do not trust this. It'll say 80, then 30. But again, it's getting to know the routes as well. There's a particular spot on this route where it drops right down to about 15 mile an hour. But I don't think we're going to hit that today. We're where we need to stop. .3 miles, 1.2 now. No worries, Squid. Yeah, no worries, AC. Enjoy the weekend. There you go, mate. You'll be back for tonight's stream. Yeah, fingers crossed for bloody transcoding, mate. I hope so too. We'll see how that goes, AC. Bloody pain in the arse, that is. Ah, good stuff, Squid. Posted. I wonder if it's going to get me to do something else here, whether this is just the end of the run. I'm not too sure. Because some of the freight runs in this, on this route are shorter than others. Gold edition Pathfinder of this. Bloody hell, if I was on 5% commission. Send Dovetail a message, Pathfinder, saying due to LeShark's stream, LeShark75, I've picked up Train Sim World. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a big update coming as well, Pathfinder, on the 15th of August. So don't purchase any additional content other than what you've got now, because if there's additional routes and trains that you fancy, they're going to be discounted on the 15th of August. And you'll be automatically updated to Train Sim World 2020. It's going to get an overhaul with the stats, the levelling system, and other bits and pieces as well. Yeah, there you go. So do not purchase anything else, mate, associated with it. Don't waste your money. Wait until the 15th. Yeah, not a problem. Save you a little bit of money. I'm waiting for that class 55 to come down, I think it is. Class 55 for the West Somerset Railway, so I'll have a look how much that is on the 15th. Mind you, I'm not around on the 15th anyway. I've got some family stuff on, so it'll be after that. We'll see what's happening. Yeah, I'm going to do the thingy next, Pathfinder. I'm going to do the Long Island run. I did a Northeastern Corridor run yesterday, that when I streamed it. I think it was yesterday. No, not yesterday, Wednesday. And then I'm going to do a Long Island run shortly. The Long Island DLC, I got that in a sale because initially I didn't fancy it, and then when I bought it, it's really, really nice. Nice, easy train to drive as well. So yeah, we'll do a US run in a minute, Pathfinder. Once I've stopped this train, assuming I don't have anything else to do on this run, I'm just going to get myself a drink and get my cat a couple of biscuits here. Putting some fresh water down, and then we'll do a run, you see. Green Man Gaming has some sales going on. It's funny that it's a yellow signal here. If it was the end of the run, I'd expect this to be red now, but it's a double yellow anyway. Concentrating now, guys. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, he's done this before. Objective complete, there we go. 1 hour 9 minutes to drive 31.13 miles. Originally I'd had that down as a 25-mile run, and like I say, it's the map, it puts it as point to point for the destination. It's never track miles, it's point to point, so I actually did 31.13 there.